I'm Gizzi Erskine and I'm a chef, food writer and restaurateur. I've been asked by ZENB to make some recipes in collaboration with them. This pasta has incredible bite that holds for longer than any other gluten-free pasta I've ever seen. The pastas are made from 100% yellow peas. It's high in fibre, it's high in protein and it's super delicious. It's just a brilliant product to work with. When it came to working out a dish for the macaroni, we had a bit of an epiphany where we were talking about the dishes that we used to love growing up that had macaroni in them, and we all sort of came back to minestrone. So I'm going to be making, I guess it's my take on a minestrone. It's a soup which has got tomatoes, beans, spring vegetables and macaroni. It serves 4 people and you'll get it fridge to table in about 30 minutes. So how are we going to make this dish then? We're going to start off by finely chopping an onion, then very thinly slicing a whole bulb of garlic. Yep, that's right, a whole bulb. Next up, we're going to be thinly slicing our spring veg. We're going to preheat the oven to 220 degrees. Drizzle some oil on the base of a large roasting tray and season it with salt. Next up, we're going to lay the courgettes and aubergines into the tray in a neat column so they overlap one another. You wait till the end and see how beautiful this looks. We're then going to roast those for 8 minutes until they've softened and started to char. Okay, it's time to get on with our actual soup. So we're going to heat up the saucepan over a medium heat with some oil. Add in our onion and allow it to soften until it begins to caramelise for a few minutes before adding in our garlic, dried chilli and herbs. When the onions and garlic are really nicely cooked, we're then going to squeeze our tomatoes into the pan. When I squeeze these tomatoes with my fingers, it just feels rustic. You kind of like at the end of the dish to have that sort of whole cherry tomato shape, yet still have those cherry tomatoes cooked down. We're then going to cook those out for 5 minutes before pouring in stock. Adding the borlotti beans and then seasoning with salt and sherry vinegar. Time to bring it up to the boil and then add our ZENB macaroni. Next up, we'll turn the soup down to simmer for 10 minutes until the macaroni is cooked through. Now it's time to add the basil, and if you're using it, the wild garlic. Add those thinly sliced roasted vegetables into the pan. Be careful not to break them up while you stir them through. And then we're going to serve in bowls with a lick of oil and some grated parmesan on top. I like to have this with a glass of wine, some bread and tons of butter. To find out more about the pasta range and see other recipes I've created, visit the ZENB website.